get his 4th belt.
Yeah,
First time
nobody's done it. Nobody's done it, but we got the wrestlers on the mat. We're about ready to get kicked off here at 106 pounds, and no surprise, we got a top 10 matchup in the Super 32 Finals. Action underway. 106, it's number 1, Araya Mills. He's in the orange singlet, and he's in on a shot already, head under the knee. Araya Mills trying to come out the back door. He's wrestling Cooper Deputy, who's ranked 7th in the country.
Yeah, you're going to see top 10 matchups throughout these finals. You got a packed house in here, standing room only. Every seat is filled, almost every seat is filled, but you got way more than that. And 2 points for Mills, just like that as I'm talking about all the fans.
3 points even. He's up.
Even he added another one now, that's right.
The takedown. And Araya Mills wearing the Roman Bravo Young Cowboy RTC singlet. He's been kind of switching up the singlets throughout the tournament. He's got a wrist, and he's really dangerous on top with tilts. Araya Mills going to get a stalemate call, and they're going to get back to action.
Yeah, Araya Mills, one of several competitors that were at Who's Number One last week. I mean, last Saturday they were competing for the #1 ranking, kicking off folk style season with that major event, and now here they are at Super 32 doing this monster tournament, running the gauntlet. Now we got action underway again. Araya Mills on the elbow there, 2 hands on 1 tricep.
There's the escape, and Mills takes him into the crowd and then helps him back up.
That's right. Now, you got to be careful with those cameras, but otherwise it's like the splash zone at SeaWorld. You got to be ready to be part of the show.
Araya Mills has been dominant throughout this tournament, as he was last week at Who's Number One. Probably going to be his last time at 106. Likely that he'll be a 113-pounder for Athens Christian during his freshman season. There's
just
a
like
shot.
just like at Who's Number One, he won't be the only Mills brother we'll see in the finals of Super 32. Older brother Antonio is up at 126, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll be another great match with Antonio Mills and Ignacio Villaseñor. But for now, Araya with a 3-1 lead, 20 seconds to go in the first period, and he has been all business here.
Yeah, pretty tactical. You get that first takedown, and then it's defense time. You can win with defense and offense. He's got both. That comes in handy.
Mentioned Araya Mills going to be competing during his freshman season, but already a national prep champ on the high school level. You can wrestle that tournament as an 8th grader, which he did for Athens Christian, and won it last year at 106. And he defers his choice. Deputy going to go bottom in the second period.
Athens Christian in Georgia, same place as the University of Georgia, Athens, Georgia. And then, yeah, the National Prep Championship. He's from Dacula, Georgia, along with the rest of the Mills brothers as the second period gets underway. So get used to hearing those names and hearing about those schools in that part of the country.
Deputy trying to work from bottom, and Mills attacking that wrist again. We saw him attack that wrist earlier in the match. Wasn't able to get a turn.
Mills definitely all about that wrist control, or the arm control, right around the elbow and the tricep. Deputy staying in his base, but he's having a tough time getting anything going as Mills is on top of him, glued to his back. He's parallel, so I don't know if Deputy's going to get called for stalling. We may get a stalemate first if we don't get a big change in action here.
Stall warning on Mills for riding parallel. Mentioned that Mills is a freshman. Deputy is too. 2 of the top young wrestlers in the country at 106.
Gonna get an optional start from Mills. He says, I'd want to do some wrestling on feet after getting hit for stalling. Why not? No more mat wrestling for Mills, or Deputy for that matter.
Mills was in on that attack really early in the first period. You wonder if we'll see him get back to that neutral offense. He's got plenty of it.
3-2 bout, anybody's ball game here. We're halfway through the match. If it stays in regulation, no overtime, so they go out of bounds. Action's called.
Good job there by Deputy to circle as Mills was taking ground. 35 to go now in the second period. Pace has definitely slowed. Little surprised by that. Mills looked in the first period like he could kind of score at will, but maybe not feeling that same level of confidence that he was.
And if we don't get a score here, we're in short time in the second, then Mills will have choice in the third. If he gets an escape, it's 4-2, no riding time, and then his defense has got to hold up, but Cooper Deputy, we haven't seen him really unleash yet. If he starts a sprint, he's right back in this. He could steal this one late.
Deputy was in a wild semifinal match. Had to dig deep to get it done. He did, and now he finds himself in the finals. So close match going into the third. That's his familiar territory for Deputy.
Yeah, shown that he can be clutch when he needs to be. 6-5 over Michael Bernabe from California. That was the semifinal win for Deputy. Now he's on top to start the third. Mills is up to his feet. He hip heists. Now Deputy has to readjust. His hips are below Mills. He does a good job. He gets his leg in, sinks back, and now he's in pretty good shape. He does need more than this ride out, though. It'll be impressive if he can do it, but he's trailing by 1, and there are no riding time points. He could get a stall point if Mills gets hit again, but Mills is up to his feet, so it's going to be a dicey one unless Deputy at some point kicks him.
Out of bounds, and Deputy's proven to be tough on top, and if Mills has demonstrated any vulnerability, it's the bottom position. His quarterfinal match, he won in dominant fashion, but there was a long stretch of that match where he was unable to get out from the bottom, so if you're Deputy, you may be thinking about a turn.
Yeah, an easier path to victory is to do what Mills did in the semis, take your opponent down and pin him in 1 minute and 8 seconds. That obviously didn't happen here, as Mills does get the escape. Deputy, nice level change, seatbelt position. He's got Mills defending, edge of the mat.
If you're Deputy, you're also thinking about the fact that Mills has already been one for stalling.
That's right.
Pushing the pace, could be a factor.
And then when you get your hand raised, you can push P.
Push right.
P for positivity, is what we're talking about.
That's right. A lot of people are still talking about that these days.
It's always topical. You have us on the mic. 1
minute to go in this match, and Deputy can win it with a takedown at this point. Takedown and a ride out would do it.
Yeah, this is what I like about these close matches. Who's going to start their sprint and when? Snap down from Deputy. Mills recovers. Nice shot by Mills. Drop step on a single leg. He's elevating. He's got to free that arm. Wizard turned into a 2-on-1 for Deputy. Mills still down on that leg. Takedown would go a long way, but he runs out of real estate. They go out of bounds. It's 4-2 still. Mills with that 2-point lead. 29 seconds remaining in regulation.
Incredible lightning fast entry into that single leg, but Deputy avoids danger. He's still, with 25 seconds to go, a takedown away from winning this match.
You like his re-attack ability, but Deputy not out of it yet. He's running out of time though, 15 seconds.
Here comes Deputy, 10 to go. Level change towards the edge. Snap by Mills and shoots him out of bounds, and doesn't even give up the stall call.
No stalls. At this point, Mills can give up another stall point or another call and a point. 4 seconds.
Araya Mills, Super 32 champ, gets it done.
Will we see a backflip?
I was just about to ask you the same question. He hit a backflip at who's number 1, and we'll see if he does the same thing here. He's got a belt to contend with now, though.
Yeah, doing the flip with the belt, a little round off would be tough. So there's the hand raise. All right, you heard those introductions. It is a coastal battle. New Jersey, Sean Kenny, and California, Jorge Rios. Rios in the red. Kenny in the white and blue. From CBA, Christian Brothers Academy, that's on the Jersey Shore.
Jorge Rios, part of that St. John Bosco program in California, coached by Ruben Valencia, and Rios working from short offense position. Kenny latched onto that tricep. Stalemate the call.
Yeah, I'm interested to see both these guys had battles in the semis, how they respond here in the final. Shot by Kenny. He's got Rios trying to roll through, locked around the crotch. Kenny trying to get his hips up. Passing the leg is Rios. He'll come out almost behind. Now a limp leg, and we get potentially dangerous on that rubber knee defense from Sean Kenny.
Sean Kenny was in a wild semifinal. And now he's in on a single leg.
Yep, Kenny in deep here. I want to see how he responds. I got to call that semifinal match, and he was in a battle, like a very physical battle. Got 7 points in the first period on a feet to back, and then was battling through a furious comeback by Cody Clark as we get another potentially dangerous. This is what was the problem, and this is what I was afraid of. Rios trying to counter, and in that scramble, it's the left shoulder, and that left shoulder got barred really tough by Cody Clark in the semis, and Kenny had to take some injury time in a couple periods. I hope he's going to be able to continue here, but you want to protect your wrestler's safety above all.
Taking a look there, and yeah, Kenny.
I thought for a minute that it had popped out, but it looked like it was still in there. It's just really badly strained is my guess. Shoulder can withstand a lot of damage before something really bad happens, but it puts you through a lot of pain while that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rios staying ready. Kenny looking like he's gonna come back, and yeah, with him calling injury time for that same position multiple times in the previous match, you kind of worry about that. And there's a look at it. Now we're back to action live.
Yeah,
45 seconds to go in the match, and Kenny keeping that shoulder back.
It wasn't like Rios had it in a real compromising situation either. It just looks like Kenny's gonna have to just gut out a really sensitive shoulder for the time being.
And Kenny was in a little wizard seatbelt position there momentarily. Rios in on a shot off the mat. Stall warning, Kenny. Kenny getting some words of instruction from his Uncle Ray. 20 seconds to go. Drag attempt from Rios. That'll do it for the first period, no score.
Quite a run no matter what happens here by Jorge Rios, unranked, lower weight, so you see some younger guys come through there, but this is obviously, you had him in your honorable mentions, you had your eye on this guy. He's on your radar, so to speak, but a run to the finals of Super 32, that gets you on everybody's radar.
No doubt, and not the first time we've seen that out of a Monster Garage. St. John Bosco guy, Ruben Valencia, does a good job getting these young guys ready, and there's another example of that.
Yeah, ooh,
big
nice double
shot.
leg.
Rios now switches to a single leg, trying to finish. Kenny with the whizzer.
Shallow shin whizzer, but it's doing its job. Rios comes to the head, and now he's back down on the single leg.
Rios trying to adjust, pull this position back to the center of the mat. Kenny doing a good job defending so far.
Yeah, you got to be strong, quick, agile, and then also flexible. Very important skill to have in wrestling, as you see Kenny basically doing the splits.
Kenny defending. He's got that underhook on the right side. Some of the crowd wants a takedown, but nothing yet.
Somehow Kenny has defended. This scramble's been going on for a minute plus.
Kenny controlling that wrist, and I think that's what's keeping him from giving up the takedown. Fighting both wrists. Rios getting really physical. Still 33 seconds for Rios to work. Wow.
No score.
Great defense there from Sean Kenny.
And you got to wonder, did it take a lot out of Rios? Did it take more out of Kenny? You never really know in those situations who was working harder They both expended a lot of energy, though, that's for sure.
No doubt, but if you're Sean Kenny, I mean, you really won that position by avoiding giving up the takedown.
100%, that's saving 3 points right there. That could be a crucial, pivotal point of this match as we get to the end of the second period.
That'll do it for the second, and Rios gonna have choice in the third. Rios doesn't want to go underneath. He's gonna elect to go neutral. Sean Kenny has been so hard to take down, but Rios maybe concerned about the top ability of Kenny, gonna go neutral.
Yeah, interesting decision, but Rios and his coaches, I'm sure, understand what they would do in these types of situations.
And if you're Rios, you've been offensive throughout the match, and Kenny has a stall call.
Yeah, you can, it may have been a different decision had Kenny not already picked up a stall call.
Little drag attempt there for Kenny, but Rios pulls him back into a front head position. Off the mat, minute 15 to go. Rios has been pushing the pace throughout. You imagine he'll continue to do that.
Yeah, real tight bout. Now it comes down to the grittiness, to who wants it, who can make it happen. And the beauty is your opponent has a say in the matter.
Stall call against Kenny, that makes it a 1-1 match. And, you know, I don't mind the call, and especially with 55 seconds to go, that gives both wrestlers plenty of time to recognize the situation. Double underhooks now for Rios, and he may look for a trip. He's near the edge.
We get another one.
Yeah, the crowd is really getting behind Rios in this match, and another stall call. That means Kenny's gonna have to find his way to a point.
Kenny's coach wants a word with the officials, but I don't think you can really argue too much. That was very much one wrestler forcing a stall call on the other.
Jorge Rios has put himself in position to win a Super 32 title unranked, but here comes Sean Kenny, 22 seconds to go. Shot, Kenny, Rios defends. Stalling against Rios, 10 seconds to go. Rios slides him by. Out of bounds, 6 seconds to go.
Could Rios go from unranked and unseated to a belt holder? He's got 6 seconds.
Duck attempt, Kenny. Rios holds on. Jorge Rios, Super 32 champion at 113 pounds.
Wonderful performance all weekend long. Dogfight in the semis, dogfight in the finals. Credit to Kenny. He's crushed. That's a tough way to lose after all he went through in the semis as well. But right now, it's all about Jorge Rios making a name for himself here in Greensboro.
Great performance by
number 2 versus number 5, not bad.
That's right. Yeah, top 5 matchup at 120 underway. Rockland Zinkin in the white, Troy Spratley singlet taking on Mason Jacob in the blue. Mason Jacob, a senior out of Tennessee, headed to West Virginia next year. He's in on a single leg. Zinkin trying to defend with a shin whizzer. Jacob elevating, Zinkin dives through, and Zinkin dives through on that single leg defense with more power than most people I've seen. He not only dives under, but then comes back up in the same roll motion, and there's a stalemate.
Yeah, 2 very lanky, funky wrestlers on the mat right now. They're gonna go kitchen sink on you. They got great gyro, as they say. So expect a lot of interesting and novel positions out there as they wrestle through some scrambles that I expect we'll see as we continue this bout.
Mason Jacob had a great performance at Elite 8 duels that included splitting matches with Dominic Munaretto. And a Super 32 belt would be just absolutely massive in his career. Snap for Zinkin, looking for the go behind. Zinkin, oh my goodness, goes big. Little lat drop. Zinkin looking for the fall. Settle for 7 points, not bad.
Move of the finals so far. That may hold up considering we still have a lot of bouts to go. That's not bad.
Rockland Zinkin has just been putting on an offensive display throughout this tournament. I hadn't seen that move yet though on any of the matches I've been calling.
Yeah, that was pretty. You load up your opponent, and when they're not expecting it, you take them for a ride. And then you got to hold them on the mat too. That's the folk style challenge. It's not just exposure.
Zinkin drops the leg, moves up the body, 10 seconds left, looking for a complete ride out of the period and a 7-point lead heading into the second.
All right, well, that's a way to set yourself up to win a Super 32 belt right there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a big hole for Jacob to climb out of, but I believe I've seen at least one fall from Jacob in this tournament.
Well, he's a point scoring machine. He was up about like 15-5 and then lost the challenge that started with a takedown that he was awarded, so they had to take like 9 points off the board.
Reversal
right
for
off the
Zinkin.
whistle. Zinkin showing off some more funk.
Reversal and then cuts Jacob. He wants more points. Little counter off the Jacob attack, and Zinkin looking to score another takedown. He gets it. 12-1. Tilt. And did he get 2 or just 1? Just the 1 count, so no near fall. There's the escape.
But a 10-point lead, so now Zinkin smells blood in the water. He could finish this match early. You don't want to take any unnecessary risk. Duck under, and you hear the crowd ooh and ah because that was pretty. Does finish there for 3 more.
Another 1 count on the turn attempt, and Rockland Zinkin putting on a show, 15-2.
He broke that wrist control with his knee and then immediately used the recovery time of Jacob to go right underneath that same arm. Disappeared, reappeared behind.
By the way, Rockland Zinkin wrestles for Buchanan in California. 6 Super 32 placers this weekend. It's pretty unreal.
Pretty strong team.
Mason Jacob is out, 15-3, 55 to go. Zinkin looked for a wrist snap. It wasn't there.
Buchanan, as they usually are, will be in the mix to win a California state title. Not easy to do. Hundreds of teams in California.
Double underhooks there for Jacob. Taking Zinkin towards the edge. Zinkin snaps him, circles. 30 seconds to go. Zinkin in on a shot, doubles off. There's the takedown. 18-3 in the second period.
Shrug, flex, and a backflip.
Rockland Zinkin, man, what a tournament.
I mean, this is approaching OW territory when you tech fall like that in the finals. I think you got to put him on your short list, see how the rest of these finals go, but incredible dominance in the Super 32 finals against an opponent that is highly ranked, that was beating lots of other ranked wrestlers on his way to the finals.
No doubt, Rockland Zinkin has come so far in a year, looks unbelievable.
Mills, right? He just flipped.
Oh, they're gonna call that a caution. Oh, no caution.
The referee is gonna take that. I thought Mills may have timed that, but I understand.
That was beautiful. Didn't get to see the conclusion of the move, but we're back to action here, and this time a clean start. No points early.
Villasenor with a left foot, pretty heavily taped up. Besides maybe being a little sensitive, that cuts out some of your traction on that without the sole of your shoe getting as much rubber there. But I'm confident Villasenor will be able to compensate adequately.
Antonio Mills, who's #1 winner, and really impressive performances throughout the summer. But Villaseñor, when he beat him at the U20 World Team Trials, he also went to the best of 3 finals and took a match from Anthony Knox. Both these guys very much capable of winning this match. Baseball bat grip, 2-on-1 for Villaseñor. And Mills was in the finals here a year ago. Fell to Christian Castillo. Looking to move up 1 spot on the podium.
We're over a minute into this bout. Kind of a cautious first minute. Tactical, some would call it.
She's a sophomore from Pomona, Colorado, ranked #2 in the nation on Map Scout. She's a 4-go champ. Justice Gutierrez.
Under 20 to go.
Is a freshman from Denver, Iowa, ranked #11 in the country on Map Scouts. She's an under-15 runner-up, a state champ, and 2023 Triple Crown winner, Abigail Peterson.
Ooh, duck attempt there from Villaseñor.
Yeah, at this point, hard to give an edge to anybody. Kind of even in the offense, in the attacks. Just feeling each other out, looking for those openings, as you mentioned and talked about. They've seen each other before. And we'll see if mat wrestling is going to be the difference here.
Mills definitely has some top skills. Villaseñor working to get out. Mills looks like he's hunting for a wrist underneath, maybe thinking about a tilt. I believe it was his semifinal. Mills had a complete ride out that earned him a 1-0 win.
Yeah. Yeah, 1-0. Don't see a lot of those at the high school level.
Mills with two hands on the wrist. And Villaseñor is close to out. Mills able to hang on to that ankle.
USA chant. They're both United Statesians.
That's right.
Those are just the singlets. Mills, like his brother, from Dacula, Georgia, Athens Christian High School.
I believe this will be his first year at Athens Christian. Transferred over. Villaseñor fighting, now turns and faces. Mills still in a front head position. And there's the escape.
And there's more Mills brothers on the way, right? There's DeQuavius, who's made his way in the rankings, and we met him.
He's in between Antonio and Araya. Yeah, it's a big family, family.
There's an Evian that I met earlier today. He was just hanging out by the check scale. A lot of Mills bros.
Villaseñor wrestling from a knee, 42 seconds to go.
Your attention, we have the keys to a Pacifica up here in the skybox. A rental car, you can rent a Pacifica, and this is the key, we have it.
Still a little cautious here in the second period from their feet. And you see that sometimes with guys that are as fast as these two. You know the re-attack ability of your opponent is so high that taking an attack of your own, it's got to make sure it's really, really good.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people rag on heavyweights for having 1-0 periods, 1-1, but going into the end of the match. But sometimes the lighter guys too, they wrestle tactically. It's you got to be smart, and with this much on the line, you don't want to take risks. That could be the sport.
This caution's going to go against Mills. Mills to his feet right away, and he's out. 1-1, no takedowns, no stall calls. Seems like first takedown could win this one.
It's even as even can be right now. Doesn't look like anybody is winded or having any trouble reaching their top gear.
Villaseñor reaching, faking, trying to find an opening. Now Villaseñor with that over tie.
We're 1 minute away from potentially our first overtime bout here in the finals. First overtime bout I've called today. I don't think I saw one overtime bout.
I had a few. They're not super common, but
yeah. Under 40 seconds.
Villaseñor picking up his footwork a little bit in this last 30 seconds. Mills to the wrist. Villaseñor clears it.
Final few seconds here. We haven't seen much in the way of attacks or flurries. So it's overtime. Bonus wrestling.
Yeah, and seems like maybe the period these guys have been waiting for.
Who's going to turn it on here?
And Mills has demonstrated a little more from the top position, so if you're Villaseñor, you got to be thinking this is probably your best opportunity.
1 minute, sudden victory. Then you go alternating ride outs. Is that's
yep.
Not, they don't do.
Yep, and then the ultimate ride out goes to the wrestler who scored first gets choice, which in this case would be Villaseñor. Actually, I think they'll flip to see who gets choice first.
Well, we're probably going to find out unless here's a flurry with 12 seconds. Nothing happening there, under 10. Mills appears to be picking it up a little bit, but he's going to run out of time. All right, 1-1. We're going into our fourth period.
Mills gets choice first, so huge advantage if this goes tied into the ultimate ride out.
Mills is set. Villaseñor covers, and this is the second caution on Mills.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful now.
Yeah, you want to get every advantage you can in these situations, but no margin for error at this point. Clean start, Mills to his feet.
Villaseñor drops down, out of bounds. .24 seconds to go for Villaseñor. Man, that was close to another caution. Mills rolls, Villaseñor follows twice. Mills to his feet, Villaseñor follows. Mills drags the action out of bounds, 13 seconds left.
Now it's getting real interesting. You leave it to these rideouts. Just 13 on the clock.
13 to go. Villaseñor drops down to an ankle. Mills kicking hard and he's out.
crowd
Mills looking for
erupts.
more. And now it's Villaseñor's turn on bottom, and Mills looked really tough in the top position in the second period.
Yeah, 30 seconds not out of the question. No stall warnings on anybody, I believe.
That's right.
So Mills, he's got a little wiggle room to work with here. Try to get that ride out. He can give himself one drop down. You can kind of run somebody out of bounds if you're just hanging on.
Villaseñor rolls. Mills stuffs the roll. Villaseñor's up.
Oh, no,
Mills
he's not.
follows. Out of bounds.
You can see the power and the explosiveness of both these wrestlers. They're giving it everything they got to break free, get that point or hold their opponent down in the last tiebreaker period, and now this one.
Mills has 2 cautions, so you got to be aware of that. That's the 3rd caution. It's 2-2.
And that was, yeah, no harm, no foul with these bricks. Chip Ness.
Chip
UNC
Ness throws
All-American.
his witch.
Throws the ghost witch. And you could see Mills, he did that move where you set up on one side, like you're going there, and then you fake yourself, you know, try to mind game your opponent. Nope, I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
But then maybe he got a little confused, and you just want to stick to your bases. They're easier said than done, and these guys.
It's going to be really hard to overturn a caution. It's such a judgment call about who moved first. But, you know, if you're Chip Ness, that gives you a second to talk to your athlete and get him prepared to try to ride out for this next 17 seconds, because now he has to. He has no choice.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't rely on getting a takedown in the final 10, 15 seconds if you cut him.
And the other thing is, if Mills does get the ride out, he gets choice in the next period, which is a big advantage. Here's a look at the caution.
So watch Mills, he kind of does this. You want your opponent to see you when you're in his peripheral. Then he switches up over here.
Yeah, they're gonna keep it the same way. He bumped him,
Call on the mat does stand. We just got the official.
Not enough evidence to overturn it. I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I do too. And when you're Mills and you have 2 cautions, you have to know that. That's part of the game. And now no challenge for Mills if we get another close call.
Villaseñor can win this with an escape. He's fighting hard.
See the determined look in his eyes, but Mills holding
Villaseñor
strong.
looking, he's close. Mills follows. And now
There's
Mills
the
has
ride
choice.
You know, those cautions are still there.
Yes.
Mills has no margin for error. We're still.
Oh, so Villaseñor will get his choice because it was he scored first in the match. He's gonna go bottom.
And we get to amp the drama up even higher. This is effectively period 6 for these guys.
Just heard Mills' corner tell him you have 3 cautions. You cannot jump the whistle.
Yeah.
And you remember the match started with a shot that could have been called a caution.
Yeah.
Mills holding on. Now Villaseñor has the wrist, trying to create space. Villaseñor close, Mills still has the foot. Villaseñor kicking. Stalemate.
Oh, interesting stalemate call. Didn't start the count, just immediately went to the stalemate.
And no count in high school, but you can call stalling if you feel like they're dropping down.
It's a good distinction, good point to make. Thank you for correcting me, but yeah, that's, you can do a mental.
Mills to the ankle. Villaseñor trying to create space. Mills, a lot of pressure here. And the Mills brothers, 2 Super 32 titles. Antonio Mills into the crowd. He's getting mobbed. The kids are all over him.
All right, we got a mosh pit as a celebration. That might be a new one. A little stage dive.
First stage dive I've seen at Super 32.
And you know that with the stall to give, that really wouldn't have mattered there on the ankle. That was really tough riding for Antonio Mills.
What a summer. Fargo title. Got to win it. Who's number 1? Now a Super 32 belt. And he's pumping up the crowd. Oh, he's trying to get redemption for the backflip. And a little closer. Action underway, 132 pounds. Moses Mendoza in the black and red. Israel Borge in the black and purple. Mendoza had an outstanding match with Jaden Rainey at Who's Number 1. Lost that one, but it was a lot of fun, and he's looked good. He's had some close matches here.
Yeah, very much so. He had a sudden victory win in the round of 16, quarterfinals, 7-3, but that one was pretty close. And then he had a really battle to come back against Dale Corbin in the semifinals. That one was quite the barn burner. Had the entire Wyoming Sem team in the corner there as we got a quick stoppage, bloody nose perhaps.
Little blood, they're going to take care of that. Moses Mendoza, see him over there. You can't see him, but he's over there in the corner getting water from Daniel Zepeda.
That's right.
His brother. Zepeda was in probably the most memorable Fargo or Super 32 final of the year last year against Bo Bassett.
Wrestling out of Gilroy, the Daniel Cormier Wrestling Club. Coach Cormier. Pretty cool what Cormier decided to do out there, from Louisiana, but setting some roots down in Northern California.
Back to action, 132. Still no score, minute 15 into this match. Mendoza taking ground.
Now, did you mention how Borge is coming down from where you got him ranked, right? A couple weight classes.
Yeah, his shot Borge, and he's in deep on the single. Mendoza goes to a whizzer. Borge has got this thing shelved and trying to collect that second foot. He's close to it. And Mendoza rolls, he's scrambling, passes the leg. And now Mendoza trying to hook the wrist and elevate. Good scramble here.
Mendoza hasn't given it up yet. He's been living in these scrambles, and now he gets height.
Good action on the edge. Borge now back in better position to finish. Mendoza controlling the wrist.
What a scramble. We're going to get a minute of it if we don't get a score in the next couple seconds, but it's going to close out the period, it looks like.
Yeah, great action, no points. And the kids on the side of the mat appreciating that scramble.
Yeah, they get so excited when the action comes their way. They're the ones that were letting Mills crowd surf him earlier.
Yeah.
Wearing their Super 32 sweatshirts.
Yeah, you mentioned Israel Borge coming down in weight. He was actually originally registered for this tournament at 144 pounds.
And then said, this is doable.
He looks enormous at 132.
Yes.
Mendoza's out in 13 seconds. It's 1-0 Moses Mendoza. So he scores the first point of the match.
And I got to credit Moses there with a win in that scramble as Borge back in on a shot. But that scramble, it looked like Borge had him dead to rights, and then all the work that Mendoza had to do not to give up points.
Borge has that second foot. He's in decent position to finish. He's really close. And there's the takedown. Borge takes a 3-1 lead. That's big for him.
Could not escape that time. Concedes the 3.
Borge puts the foot in, and Mendoza catches it. Mendoza tries to step back, maybe looking for a reversal. Minute to go, second period. And he's out. It's 3-2. Shot Mendoza. Borge looking for the go behind. He drags. He's close to it. Mendoza still has that elbow control, turns and faces, and now he's in on a single. He's going to try to pull this in. Mendoza tries to cut across. He's going to get it. Mendoza now trying to take him to his back. He's got the leg split. Borge trying to get out of bounds. 29 seconds to go. It's a 5-3 lead for Moses Mendoza.
Again winning the scramble, and Mendoza, that's how he's been finishing, is splitting those legs as we get a challenge from Borge's corner.
They're saying that, I think they're saying the action was all the way out of bounds.
Well, the corner had a very good look at it, but so did you. You were standing up to make sure you could see. Did you see them go out of bounds all the way?
It seemed in bounds to me, but we're going to take a look. The officials are going to take a look, that is.
All right, everybody's standing to see what's going on. I'll stand to see what's going on as well.
They're explaining, the coaches are explaining to the head official what they want reviewed. So the way reviews work here at Super 32, we have a separate official doing the reviews, which I think is the best way to do it.
I agree wholeheartedly.
But the idea then is that all the coaches need to explain to that official what they're asking for the review of.
Okay,
So,
here's a review. I mean, that takedown is clearly in bounds.
I think they're saying when they were earlier in the sequence that they were out of bounds. Back over on that, closer to the side of the mat.
What I don't like about that, and they've been pretty lenient in when you're allowed to challenge, for the challenges that I've seen, is they wait until the whole sequence plays out before throwing the challenge because they want to know if it's going to go their way or not.
Yeah. And then once the sequence is over, you take that challenge, go switch.
The go switch comes out.
And you throw it out there.
And then if it turns out that you win the challenge and you erase all the stuff that happened after that challenge.
All right, so the call stands, and so it remains 5-3 Mendoza, 24 seconds left in this second period.
And everybody takes a seat again, including the wrestlers. Not really in a seat, but they go down on the mat.
Yeah.
24 seconds. Mendoza going to try to get a ride out here. That would be big. He has a 2-point lead at the moment.
Big mat return. Borge fighting the hands underneath. 14 seconds. Mendoza has a wrist momentarily. Now Borge in decent position. Can he get back? And Mendoza drops to ankle. 6 seconds left in the period. Scramble position, and that's going to do it for the second. We'll head to the third. And Borge has choice in the third. Taking his time, making a decision, and going to go neutral. 5-3, not a bad choice. He's got a takedown. He's been on legs a bunch of times in this match.
All right, takedown. Could win it as Borge goes in on a shot, but there's, beautiful re-attack by Mendoza. He's got a leg shelved. And a roll through. That looks like both guys hit the mat pretty hard on that exchange.
Yeah, Borge dove under, and it was loud on the slap of the mat. Mendoza trying to catch him on his back. Mendoza, man, he had that bottom leg elevated. He's trying to catch Borge on his back. Mendoza adjusting forward, gonna try to put Borge in trouble, maybe put him on his back, and he's close to catching him there. Mendoza's close. Mendoza catches him, gets the takedown. It's 8-3, no near fall. I think Borge knew if he didn't bail at that moment, he was gonna get himself in bigger trouble. And
But 3-point takedown, that is trouble for Borge. Mendoza goes up 8-3, all due to these scrambles.
Moses Mendoza getting tough in the top position as well, 35 to go. And suck back attempt there for Mendoza.
And the win came out of the sails of Borge. He's still fighting, make no mistake about it, but he knows time's running out, 15 seconds. Mendoza leads by 5.
Borge looking to pass, and he's on bottom, so that's gonna put himself in trouble. And there it is. Moses Mendoza fired up, flexes to the kids. Man, these kids are...
They got the best seats in the house by far.
And these kids know wrestling, so these wrestlers, they hear the cheering throughout the match. They want to go over and give them high fives. Great stuff from Moses Mendoza.
Yeah, Michigan Wolverines getting a good one. He is Ann Arbor bound next fall.
Mendoza fired up. Wasn't sure if he's going
to All-Star Classic, that's a college event. Now we got the best of the best in high school at 138 pounds.
In the red and white of Lake Highland Prep, it's Tyler DeCraker, ranked 2nd in the country. He's taking on Sam Herring, ranked number 5. Herring in the blue. Herring wrestles for Bishop McCourt. Both these guys represent 2 of the top high school programs in the country.
Yeah, absolute powerhouses on the prep level. A lot of guys come to Super 32 because this is their way to get the most competition they're going to get all year that they won't see maybe in the regular season. But Lake Island Prep and Bishop McCourt have a national schedule. These guys are going to have tough bouts against the top competition all year long.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Herring and DeCraker wrestle more throughout the season. They actually wrestled twice in Fargo. DeCraker won both of those matches, and Herring ready for the rematch, I'm sure. Sam Herring headed to Penn State next year. Tyler DeCraker will be a Minnesota Golden Gopher.
Ear to ear, reaching in for a leg was Herring.
DeCraker taking a little bit of ground, and Herring knows he's got to be careful pushing back in. DeCraker with those elbow pass-bys is super dangerous.
You see Herring wearing headgear. He wasn't wearing headgear earlier. Oh, now he's in on a single leg.
DeCraker rolls through, passes the leg, and one of the big differences between their freestyle meetings this fall is that ability to scramble and roll through, and both guys fighting ankles.
Inadvertent, but DeCraker in that scramble popped Herring in the face with his heel. You could see Herring just had to eat that and keep wrestling through the position. That's how tough these guys are. There's no quitting them.
No doubt. Herring winced, didn't stop. And that's how the period's gonna end. Coin toss goes to DeCraker. He's gonna defer. Herring will choose bottom, and who knows if this is a close match that could come into play. We saw Ignacio Villasenor get his choice in the ultimate ride out, but see what happens here. DeCraker really tough in the top position. Good leg rider. Herring very good on bottom, and he's rolling. DeCraker trying to get that leg in. Herring gets it up above the waist, and see DeCraker hooking his own foot.
DeCraker coming off an awesome Who's Number 1 win over Kellen Wolbert, 4-3, 138 pounds at that event last week. Just wanted to come out and get more wrestling. Why not?
Yeah, DeCraker got that first period takedown in that match and avoided giving up a takedown, and some great action and scrambles in the third. And now, second period, he's putting a ride together and doesn't have the leg as deep as he'd like it to be, and now adjusts up on top. And this is Still not all the way in, and now finally DeCraker gets the leg in where he wants it. And he's really tough from here. DeCraker now with wrists underneath, trying to stretch Herring out, cross body. Stalemate is the call, and a fresh start might be just what the doctor ordered for Sam Herring.
Yeah, when someone puts legs in and starts just chewing up clock, less of a immediate threat or problem in high school without the riding time clock, but sometimes you really do need to be not bailed out, but you need a fresh start very badly, and sometimes it comes in the form of a stalemate.
This time DeCraker goes across to the right, then puts the leg in on the left. Different entry of the leg, but same result, and he's got Herring stretched out again. DeCraker trying to put a lot of pressure on that shoulder. Herring fighting off that power half.
Yeah, and doesn't look like Herring's going over anytime soon, but doesn't look like he's getting off his belly either. So I don't know if we'll get another stalemate. Probably the period will just end is the most likely scenario, but tough way to spend the period if you're Herring.
Yeah, that's going to do it. Complete period ride out for Tyler DeCraker. He'll have choice. I imagine we'll see him go underneath.
That would be the popular play. We have blood. The headgear that Herring was wearing was not what he was wearing most of the tournament, but in the either semis or quarters, he had to put it on. His ear had exploded. So again, that shows you the toughness of a guy like Sam Herring. He's not wearing the headgear because he's, I don't know, worried about his ears. He's using it so that he doesn't have to waste more time with blood time.
Yeah. And they're cleaning that blood up now. Once they get that cleaned up, we will start this third period with DeCraker in the bottom position.
Next up, the ladies at 124 pounds. The sophomore from Lithium Academy of California, ranked first in the country by Met Scouts at 2000 Super 32 champ, Espadisa Ellison. Her opponent is a junior from Central California, ranked fourth in the country, another 17th place.
Both wrestlers get a little bit of a break before a all-important third period. 0-0. No riding time, as we mentioned. High school rules.
Yeah, they're.
Well, what does Sam do here? DeCraker is going to be on bottom.
Putting a little tape on the elbow of Herring.
Yeah, after Super 32, this is one where guys come out with a lot of battle wounds, some bruises, some bumps, some scrapes. Takes a little bit of time to heal up after this tournament. It is a whirlwind.
Herring not going to bother with the top position, just going to elect to go neutral, give DeCraker the escape point. So it's 1-0 DeCraker heading into the third period. DeCraker in that low stance, keeps his legs so far back. Herring doesn't always need a leg to score, though. He has incredible duck under potential. .90 seconds left. Herring looking for an opening. Good motion there from Herring off the snap.
Last minute, so this is where the sprint happens. DeCraker knows it's coming. No stall warnings. Herring's got to figure out a way in. And DeCraker is very stout here. His defense has been holding up all tournament long.
Herring taking a little more ground. He's in on a single leg. DeCraker going to try to scramble. Herring trying to finish. DeCraker rolls through. on the edge of the mat, 35 seconds left. Herring elevates the position. DeCraker now goes to the ankles and rolls. DeCraker gonna try to keep a hand in bounds, let this clock tick down. Herring trying to advance through the position, trying to catch DeCraker on his back. DeCraker rolling. DeCraker controlling that ankle. 12 seconds left.
Do or die time.
Can Herring find a way? DeCraker elevating. It's gonna be a 1-0 win for Tyler DeCraker. Gets the win at Who's Number One, and now a Super 32 title in back-to-back weekends. He's fired up.
Coach Palazzo, happy for his wrestler. Got a good one there for Lake Highland Prep. And yeah, as you mentioned, Who's Number One, and then back-to-back weekends with Super 32. Impressive stuff from young Tyler DeCraker.
DeCraker is, all right.
Yeah, and Andrew Howe cornered about 3 matches, I think at least, in the semifinals that I was calling. One of them was Clinton Shepard there in the green, Howe Wrestling School from Indiana, Crown Point, where so many great high school wrestlers from Indiana emerged from. And his opponent in the black is from Pennsylvania, but he's headed to Rutgers, right where the NWCA All-Star Classic will be. Brent Hare in the scarlet and black.
I believe Hare has the opportunity to become the winningest wrestler in PIAA history this year.
That's quite considering all the wrestlers that have been through Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so really awesome career for Hare, and would love to add a Super 32 title to his trophy case. He's moving up from 138. Clinton Shepard, ranked number 2, reached the Fargo finals this summer where he wrestled Bo Bassett. And Shepard, part of that tough Crown Point program in Indiana.
Yeah, there were several Crown Point guys, a lot of Andrew Howe in the corner. And Shepard definitely impressed in the semis, where I saw him beat Joseph Toscano 6-3. Meanwhile, Hare had a 12-0 shutout of Michael Romero in his semifinal bout.
Yeah, those are both really impressive victories. Romero ranked 6th. No problem for Hare. Short time left in this first period, 12 to go.
Brant going to join his older brother Connor on the banks of the Raritan at Rutgers University. Getting that Pennsylvania to New Jersey pipeline going. Any pipeline from Pennsylvania to wherever when it involves wrestling is usually a fruitful one.
Yeah, that'll work out. Hare in the bottom position. Hare up to his feet. And Shepard cuts him loose. 1-0 lead for Brant Hare. Shepard looks for a shot. Hare re-attack. He's in on a single.
Wow.
Hare.
The re-attack and the adjustments after that re-attack from Hare were so quick, it's almost imperceptible. And that's how you end up in that kind of position against a also very tough and very fast wrestler like Shepard. No score yet, but Hare in the better position. He's got the height, elevating that leg. Shepard doesn't want to let him come down with it, but staying in bounds, trying to crack back.
Hare gets the hip down. That's the takedown.
Right in front of our favorite fans.
Now Hare going to try to see what he can do in the top position with 54 seconds to go in the second.
You wonder how many of these guys wrestled in the middle school divisions. There's some younger divisions here at Super 32, or they're just coming to hang out and see a relative or a friend wrestle.
Hare pretty tough on top. Trying to put pressure forward on Shepard. Hare looking for that tilt. Wasn't able to get it. Still with the claw ride though.
It doesn't look like he's in any danger of becoming unglued to the back of Shepard there. Just sticking right to him.
Wonder if this will influence Shepard's choice in the third period.
I mean, it's a winning combination when you can score a takedown and then also never let your opponent escape.
Neutral for Shepard, so he's going to be looking for at least a takedown and near fall or 2 takedowns. Shepard taking a little bit of ground on the mat, but hasn't really looked close to an opening. There's a shot.
Hare able to recover in time, but nice salvo from Shepard. Needed to keep that momentum going. Hare able to shut down the adjustment there after initially getting a hold of one of his legs. See the hand fight really picking up here in the final minute.
Shepard dropping on those level changes, but just hasn't really been able to get to a leg.
Yeah, those hands are not moving. There's a stall warning on Hare as Shepard gets in fairly deep. So just a warning.
43 seconds to go. Shepard gonna try to pull Hare in. Hare controlling that wrist, and they're close to the out of bounds line. Hare keeps the foot in. He's happy to kill some clock. And now they're out of bounds with 24 seconds to go.
Short time, 15 to go. And Hare just shutting down Shepard. Impressive defense. A couple seconds left. Shepard won't be able to power through, and that's the match. Brant Hare.
A 4-0 lead for Hare.
Stacked bracket too.
Great performance there by Hare. Just super, super tough to score on. Positioning wins a lot of the time, and he had that takedown of his own as well.
Hare and going to UPenn, not a bad option. They got a great program.
Here we go, 150-pound action underway. Bo Bassett on a shot right away, and DeSena defends, Whizzer seatbelt position. Bassett trying to run around, get the ankle, and now has that ankle. Leg in, Bassett now trips, and there's the first takedown of the match. It's 3-0 for Bassett. They're gonna go out of bounds.
Yeah, I love the way Bassett kept working to find an opportunity to free that arm from that Whizzer. He didn't just try to rip it out, didn't focus on that arm, focused on everything else he could do, and then when he had an opening, that arm was free and the takedown was his.
Bassett cuts him loose. Another top 5 matchup. DeSena ranked 5th in the country for Lake Highland Prep. Bassett #1, Bishop McCourt. The second McCourt Lake Highland match we've had in these finals. Bassett continue with his high pace. DeSena with a 2-on-1.
Yeah, you got to be ready to hand fight for the entire 6 minutes as Bassett now in on a shot, drops down on some legs, and this is the chain wrestling. He never stops. That's the machine gun mindset, as he calls it. Gets his soul splinter on the ground, drives forward, and it's 3 more.
He's really tough on top as well. Locking up that arm bar. He has the wrist underneath. He may be looking for a tilt. 40 seconds to go in this first period.
See him making his hand into a fist, ratcheting up ever tighter. Now rolls all the way through. He's going to get 2 on the near fall.
8-1, now the lead for Bassett. Bassett focused on his top work here. Would love to get another turn. DeSena pretty well flattened out. And Bassett going to take an 8-1 lead into the second period.
Yeah, that's the Bo Bassett pace that people were expecting to see, that Charlie DeSena was preparing for, but at the end of the day, sometimes you can't prepare for certain guys. Although we got a lot of match to go. I shouldn't get ahead of myself.
DeSena selected neutral in the second. Bassett continuing to wrestle hard, move forward. Shot Bassett on the edge of the mat. They're going to go out of bounds. Stall warning DeSena, his first. Bassett looking for a snap down, and DeSena seals off. Nice little side by DeSena. Impressive.
Using that Bassett aggressiveness and momentum against him, he cuts that lead down to 4 points.
8-4, and DeSena on top, gonna go optional start.
DeSena's got a little reach advantage as well. He was able to use those long arms and throw Bassett by, covers for 3.
Caution Bassett, first one of the match.
I think the official said he was going to take that one.
Escape for Bassett makes it 9-4. Minute to go, and Charlie DeSena with that takedown. He's swung some of the crowd.
I think that maybe, and then also just people are that impressed by a guy like Bo Bassett, so when he gets taken down, although, hey, as I say that, they got the Charlie chant going, so now we got the crowd going back and forth. A lively crowd at that.
Bassett has changed up his approach a little bit, now knowing a little bit more of DeSena's arsenal.
20 seconds remain in the second period. It's a 5-point lead for Bassett. But DeSena showed he's got some tricks up his sleeve as well. 10 seconds.
Bassett will have choice in the third. And you imagine he's going to go bottom. He will.
Yep, no hesitation. Coach Palazzo telling DeSena to keep Bo down this time.
DeSena lets him go. It's going to be 10-4.
And so because of the near fall and the 2 takedowns, nice little flurry there, DeSena's got his work cut out for him. He can't, 2 takedowns, 2 escapes is not enough, or even 1 escape.
And, you know, Bassett feels like he's at a deficit. This guy always wants bonus points.
That's right.
Get back in your top. Get your hands back on him. Get your hands on him.
Shot, little reattack from DeSena. Now Bassett, nice shot, scoops the leg, and he's got him split.
Came with a new finish that time, and DeSena went down rather quickly. Clean finish for Bo, and 13-4 with barely a minute to go.
We may see Bassett continue to work from the top position. He already got one turn, and DeSena has not really shown much on bottom. Bassett just creates so much pressure, no matter what position he's in.
Yeah, always driving on his toes, always got his soles of his shoes down on the mat.
Claw for Bassett. DeSena up to his feet. And
into the crowd. 24 seconds. And Bassett firmly in control of this bout. Question is, how does it end? Does he score any more points? Does DeSena get himself some style points to finish things out? Bassett is just driving DeSena flat into the mat, though.
He's got the wrist across the back now, does Bassett.
And we are seconds away from the first boys four-timer in Super 32 history. A fourth belt for Bo Bassett.
Bassett makes history. Incredible performance for Bo Bassett, Super 32 champ. He's had 4 incredible performances in this event. Gets it done, and Bo Bassett, four-timer, gets history spay.
We're all here for it. He gets a special award.
Here we go, 157 pounders on the mat in the black and blue Indiana singlet. It's number 6, Matthew Staples out of Indiana. He's taking on number 5, Justice Heeg of Illinois. Heeg in the blue singlet. Heeg just a sophomore, as is Staples.
Yeah, some youth as we get to these upper middle weights. Indiana versus Illinois, classic Midwest battle. Heeg with a lightning quick strike. That's how he won in the semifinals, except it was a reattack. This time it was his own offense. He doesn't have it yet. Clamping down tight around the chest, locking that head in place is Staples. Heeg trying to muscle him up. Oh, look at that defense by Staples.
Man, great exchange there from both guys. And that defense was clutch for Staples.
We got to get that ankle band reestablished. Uh-oh. We had a Velcro there?
There we
go.
go.
Got it.
Staples rocking back and forth on his feet. Both these wrestlers were at Elite 8 duels. Didn't wrestle each other. And there's a shot from Staples, reattack from Heeg. Heeg gets the takedown.
The reattack is lethal. Didn't get the takedown when he took the shot, but got the takedown that time. Floats as Staples does a little Granby roll. Stays on top, 15 seconds to complete the ride out.
Staples almost got caught in the roll there.
Yeah.
That'll do it for the first period, 3-0. So not only the takedown, but the ride out for Heeg.
I believe we've got some blood time. What are the nostrils?
Justice Heeg being cornered by Andrew Howe.
Yeah, House done a lot of coaching this tournament.
Heeg with a claw ride, and Staples comes up to his feet. Staples rolls, Heeg releases and then follows.
So 5 versus 6, top 10 battle. Staples maybe feeling some validation or some vindication. Got the 12 seed, battled his way through, made it to the finals. Although with some scratches, maybe that seed, yeah, ended up with the 9th seed.
Out of bounds. Minute 15 to go, second period.
Trying to get to a quad pod.
Yeah, he putting a lot of pressure on top.
Yeah, and he just felt the right time to bring Staples back down to the mat.
For just a sophomore in high school, he has D1 looking top wrestling.
Yeah, and just mat awareness and instincts. Knowing when to attack, when to re-attack. Feels that pressure really well.
They're gonna warn Heeg for stalling on top. See if that changes the calculus for him at all.
Yeah, you gotta be wary of all those ramifications when you get a stall warning. Older brother AJ at Northern Colorado right now.
Big lift, and he brings Staples back down to the mat. Yeah, his other older brother, Judah, committed to California Baptist.
Heeg's very impressive family of
suck back
of wrestlers.
No points on the suck back, just a 1 count. And we'll go to the third period. Heeg has choice, he's going underneath.
Third period.
And the champion for the ladies at 148 pounds, Ray Joyce.
Heeg up to his feet. Staples takes him out of bounds.
Right in front of our microphone and some of our camera guys. We got Tony Rotundo down there snapping pics. Find our other photographers, saw Sam Janicki, our own Andy Hamilton. It's gonna be a well-covered event.
You gotta do it. So much great wrestling. Heeg in a quad pod, now up to his feet and out, 4-0.
Now the question is, can Staples figure out a way through Heeg's defense? And he takes a shot, but he gets his hips back and defends. And those re-attacks by Heeg, that's the problem when you're trying to go on the offense against him, and a mat return that would make Shane Sparks stand up and cheer.
Yeah.
That one actually was for points too.
Now, yeah.
Heeg hadn't gotten the takedown yet.
And Staples, I think, bleeding a little bit. They're going to come clean that up. And, man, just been a really complete match so far from Justice Heeg, but still about a minute to go.
Yeah, 7-point lead with 57 seconds on the clock. You got to feel pretty good if you're Justice Heeg.
Heeg pressuring forward, brings Staples back to the mat. Heeg collects that wrist. More blood.
Yeah. And now it's starting to gush out. That's why I think Staples had kind of an opportunity for an escape there. It's almost like a tough time to have the whistle blown on you, but if you're leaking as much as he was there, and you can see him catch it in his hand, that's enough blood where the ref's going to stop it.
Bad time to bleed.
Yeah. As Jesse Ventura would say in the movie Predator, I ain't got time to bleed.
Okay, yeah.
But that, you know, but the joke was, you know, he was bleeding anyway, and that's kind of what happened here.
That was in the movie Predator and not when he was
Governor of Minnesota.
Governor of Minnesota?
He may have said it when he was governor of Minnesota.
Okay. I couldn't remember which time made it famous.
Well, you know, a lot of politicians in that movie Predator. He had the governor of California as the star as well.
It's a real political action thriller.
Exactly.
All right, they've stopped blood time, so I think we're coming back soon. Oh,
right.
there's
We did
now
have
you see all the blood spatter evidence all over the mat.
Oh yeah. You need the Dexter cam. Yeah, apparently we did have some time to bleed, and it was the amount of time that we just spent without action on the mat.
They give you 5 minutes to bleed in high
That's
school.
how much time you have specifically. So if you were Jesse Ventura in that scene, you'd be like,
I only have 5 minutes to bleed.
Yeah, actually, I have 5 minutes.
All right, we got 30 seconds left in this match.
And
do you think there will be another stoppage for blood?
Is 30 seconds enough time to bleed again?
I hope not.
And they're doing a little cleanup. These are the real unsung heroes because, you know, nobody's thanking them. Nobody's high-fiving them afterwards. And you have to clean up blood on a wrestling mat.
Yeah.
That's not the most fun job. I'd rather be the sweeper or towel
In
tapper.
fairness, I would not high-five the guy right off the mat who was cleaning blood.
Not immediately.
Up to the mat, or up to his feet. And Heeg, mat returns. 23 seconds to go. Big mat return to the hip for Heeg. 15 seconds left. Staples rolls. Heeg follows. Heeg does not want to concede a point in this match.
No, he wants that shutout.
Another mat return, stays in bounds, and that'll do it. Justice Heeg, 157-pound,
pretty dominant
Super
performance.
32 champ. Yeah, it looked great doing it.
With all that blood, no handshake, just fist bumps, and now he's got to go deal with all of that. Here you have the announcements. Over the PA, we got the handshake. That's Melvin Miller in the black singlet, green ankle band in the red. From Iowa, that's Maximus Daybolt. They wrestled at Who's Number One. They've
Nice
wrestled a bunch of times
misdirection.
before, and yeah, a lot of that. Melvin, quick takedown. He's so fast.
Yeah, Melvin Miller with 4 wins over Daybolt since Fargo, and if you're Maximus Daybolt or really any other 165-pounder, Melvin Miller and Jaden James, they're the standard. And, you know, it's good to get your hands on them as many times as possible. Daybold had some good moments at Who's Number One. See if he can build on what he learned from there.
So quick takedown early in this match. Things have slowed down a bit, but don't lull yourself into any kind of lackadaisicalness. You got to pay attention to the screen here because you never know when the next strike is going to happen.
Miller, a lot of pressure on the edge and almost ran into a lounging photographer.
Yeah, when you're doing your photography and you're lounging around, you gotta know that there's some occupational hazards coming there. He's scooting all the way up to the out of bounds. I mean, that's where action could take place. You gotta be ready to move.
25 seconds to go. Still just a 3-1 lead for Melvin Miller. Shot Daybold, and ooh, Miller caught that foot for a second, but Daybold goes out of bounds. 10 seconds to go.
Not a lot of sports will let you like set up basically inbounds, like in the field of play, to either watch or snap photos or whatever, but sometimes you get to in wrestling.
Second period, here comes the coin toss. Daybold's going underneath.
Still just 3-1 as we start the second period. And Daybold turns, thought about grabbing a leg, maybe getting a reversal, but Miller spins out of that.
3-2 now, just a 1-point match. Miller sneaks that leg in off the underhook, and that arm is close to trapped. They're going to be careful there, and Miller's going to get the takedown, but stopping that for potentially dangerous.
The way he jumped his leg over and slid it in, it's like he was swimming with that leg. Like you do like a freestyle stroke with your arm, but he did that with his leg and braided it right between those legs, got the takedown.
Daybold turns and faces at 6-3, minute 25 to go. Miller had the ankle for a moment, now gets it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you don't have time to react, and he's on your leg, and he's already spinning behind.
9-3, now 9-4, minute 6 to go, second period.
Do you think he's got opportunities to jump levels from where he is now, Melvin Miller? It's like, can you get faster on ankle picks? Can you get, I mean, the competition will get higher as you get to the college level. He's got one more year of high school after this. He's a junior.
Yep.
He's just starting his, wow.
Lightning quick, low single.
I mean, come on.
12-4.
What could you do? You're like in a stance. I'm ready to defend. All right, you got me.
Miller trips as he releases. 20 seconds to go. Daybold shoots, they're going out of bounds. And wow, that
sits down right on a photog.
Photog was a full-on chair there for a second.
Yeah, I mean hey, they're wrestling. They didn't blow the whistle, so you gotta be ready. Appreciate the photogs. Appreciate people covering the event. But you're in the path of live wrestling.
Going to the third period, Miller gonna go underneath. 12-5 the lead.
Attention ladies, at the conclusion of the ladies finals after this match, we will start doing some ladies third place and fifth place.
He almost does what I believe is called a Imanura roll. I don't know. That's what some jiu-jitsu guys do when they're trying to like grab somebody's leg.
Imanari roll?
Imanari.
Yeah,
Is that it?
I think so.
I don't follow Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh, Miller catches it on the edge. Melvin Miller with close to another takedown, nothing yet. Dable attacks the wrist, and Miller collects the 3, 16-5.
And he just teleports his body to where he would have the takedown. He just goes from one side of his opponent to the other, and there it is. 3 more.
Miller's gonna go neutral. Just cut him loose, 16-6.
And Daybolt is gonna wreck a lot of people in Iowa. Don't get this in any way twisted about what kind of opponent Daybolt is. When you see the Melvin Miller highlights, the clips and all that other stuff, Daybolt is gonna be in Iowa wrestling the best guys in Iowa, great wrestling state, and he's gonna look every bit the stud that he is. We're just dealing with Melvin Miller right now.
I mean, Maximus Dable has been to the toughest wrestling events, and there's another go behind, not complete yet. Miller needs to bring him to the mat. And wow, that was interesting.
That was the most interesting no score I've seen in a while.
Out of bounds. I was gonna say, Dable has wrestled the hardest wrestling events you can find. Fargo, Elite 8 Tools, Super 32, who's #1. And the only guy he's lost to is Melvin Miller.
Right. So, yeah,
He's beat everybody.
highlights are going to happen when you're that good and your opponents. That's how the sport works. It's one-on-one. And otherwise, Daybolt is the one putting up highlight reel moves and racking up big wins and championship trophies.
Gonna go out of bounds. Dable looking for that Metzger there. Saw him hit that earlier in the tournament. Called the caution after Miller had already secured takedown criteria.
Yeah. 30 seconds remaining. Do we get any more wizardry? Daybolt not backing down. He's trying to hand fight.
Miller scrambling. 13 seconds to go.
The other thing for Miller is he has to continue to seek out competition and push himself. He's got a long way to go before he reaches the next level. But no signs of him slowing down.
And Melvin Miller, your 165-pound Super 32 champ. Fantastic showing. And the second champion for Bishop McCourt.
Yep.
Got a chance at a third coming up next, too.
So the reason Bishop McCourt is as impressive as they are, Melvin Miller saying, where do I turn? And Bishop McCourt again.
Yeah, 4th Bishop McCourt finalist we've seen. And this is a matchup I'm really interested in. Waylon Kressel in the red, headed to UNI. He actually moved from Indiana to Iowa for his senior year so he can train with the Panther train. And Kressel in on a leg. O'Farrell locking around the body, trying to avoid giving up the takedown. Kressel trying to settle in for this takedown. And O'Farrell trying to sneak his legs in. O'Farrell is super funky. Has a bunch of dangerous holds as well, and Kressel gets to both legs and secures the takedown inbounds.
Yeah, O'Farrell, it was Fargo where he hit the crazy
inside
finishing
trip
move.
But, I mean, he had a crazy pin over Salasarni in the semis here. Super funky, just a sophomore. Kressel, just really, really mature physically. Super, super hard hand fighter.
Well, what I'm thinking about when I see Waylon Kressel and UNI, I'm thinking the lineage at 184. He's at 175 now. Drew Foster, national champ. Taylor Luan, #1 seed. And then Parker Kekai's a national champ. Waylon Jennings, possibly you.
Waylon Jennings.
Waylon Kressel. Yeah. We're making jokes about how he's got the perfect name for a country music star.
He does.
Yeah.
O'Farrell rolls, and he's out. And shoots as they go off the mat. O'Farrell.
It's been a long weekend.
It has. O'Farrell has so many ways to threaten his opponents. He's really good from underhooks, overhooks. He has trips.
Yeah, a guy you can't relax against.
And his scrambling ability is really good. Kressel in on a leg. O'Farrell rolls. And Kressel trying to settle in and work for a takedown here. There's the takedown for Kressel. And Kressel may have just hurt his knee there. 6-1. Kressel leads O'Farrell. Kressel currently ranked number 3 in the country. O'Farrell sitting at number 5. The 2 highest ranked wrestlers in this tournament reach the finals.
Your attention, Chrissy Ann Marie Moss. Chrissy Ann Marie Moss, please step to the skybox.
And we're having a referees conference right now.
And Howard Forrest going to challenge the takedown call. They're going to say that Kressel's leg was still tied up in that scramble, and so they hadn't reached takedown criteria. They'll take a look at it.
Yeah, Jax Forrest's dad, also a coach at Bishop McCourt, where Jax goes to high school. And, you know, his whole wardrobe changed kind of overnight.
Yep.
Probably didn't have a lot of orange and black in the wardrobe. And then Jax commits to Oklahoma State, and now you got a whole new set of clothes.
So you can see what they're asking about. That foot was bent up there the entire time. So O'Farrell still kind of, you know, had the arm around the leg. I was a little surprised they gave the 2 or the 3 when they did. We'll see what the head official says. Here's another look at that position.
Looks like a very painful way to get 3 if the call is upheld. You got to be pretty flexible to.
Yeah, that's one thing O'Farrell is. He's incredibly flexible.
That independent review that we talked about earlier, we have an official that only does the reviews, is not going to be part of the mat crew here, the 2 referees that would otherwise be involved.
All right, so they're going to confirm that takedown. And go back to action. 6-1, 15 seconds to go. An escape for O'Farrell in the next 15 seconds would be really big. Kressel stops the first move. All right, 6-1 after the first. O'Farrell defers, and Kressel's going to go on bottom. Haven't seen O'Farrell work a lot of stuff from the top position throughout the tournament. I would expect we'll see a Kressel escape here, but that's why they wrestle the matches. Who knows?
Indeed, if they didn't wrestle the matches, it would be much less fun for us here.
Yeah, what would be the point?
Kressel trying to throw a leg in on the right side. Kressel grabs it and Gonna see if he can use that to his advantage. Right now, Farrell now just throws in an armbar.
Armbar from Farrell, and now off to the side. Kressel's out. It's 7-1. See if O'Farrell threatens a big move here.
Right in front of our crew.
Out of bounds.
Our most valuable fans.
Hey, keep the pressure. It's working. On him, on him, on him. Keep the pressure.
Kressel
Wrestle, wrestle.
runs through with the underhook, gets to a whizzer position. He's taking that knee to the outside of the body. They're going to stop that every time. That's potentially dangerous. Kressel takes his time getting back to the middle of the mat, something you see Parker Keckeisen do.
O'Farrell at this tournament has 2 falls, a tech, a major, and an ultimate tiebreaker win. So almost all the different ways you can win a match, he's figured them out here.
Kressel in on a shot. O'Farrell locked through the crotch. O'Farrell now rolling, going to try to catch Kressel on his back. O'Farrell tried to catch him in almost like a Winn-Dixie position, wasn't able to do it. 15 seconds to go, still 7-1.
Kressel also had himself a couple pins, couple techs, and some close bouts. Perhaps not as funky as the bouts as O'Farrell, but 2 pins and 2 techs at Super 32. You're in good company.
Ooh, nice little go behind attempt. Third period coming up.
See O'Farrell just kind of go limp, but Kressel just gave him a little extra help on his way through a backward somersault.
O'Farrell gonna go bottom. Kressel cuts him loose. It's 7-2. Kressel looks inside, or excuse me, O'Farrell looks inside trip. He's dangerous from there. Kressel re-attack. He's in deep on this. O'Farrell still locked around the body. Kressel back in on the leg after the roll. Cuts across for the double. Collects both legs. O'Farrell, though, still has that foot.
Quite the scramble.
And there's the takedown. O'Farrell doesn't like it, but that's the call. O'Farrell still on the ankle. Excuse me, Kressel still on the ankle.
Well, speaking of all the photogs that are here, we'd be remiss without mentioning Allison Schwab. Does a lot of photo work for Iowa wrestlers. She's here snapping lots of pics of Kressel.
Injury time now for Kressel.
Yeah, this is always the crazy thing at big wrestling tournaments is when they start breaking things down and you have thousands of people. I mean, you are crammed gill to gill, packed inside here with everybody, but then you get to the finals and, you know, it's a bracket, so it's a pyramid of matches, and you get to the end and they can start breaking down matches and just little spots start to empty up and the cement floor starts to appear again. It's no longer covered on mats.
Yeah, it's wild. Still some of the best high school wrestling matches you could find in the country to come, but yeah, you're right there. tearing things down. Minute 4 to go in this one. Waylon Kressel leads 10-2. O'Farrell rolls and he's out. It's 10-3.
Nice Granby roll.
Inside trip attempt. And O'Farrell tries to take him to his back. Kressel still in on that leg. Out of bounds.
And you see this style from O'Farrell. This is the funkiness. Can't wait to see him continue to develop and refine this style. It's only going to get more fun.
Yeah. You get a sense that he's got some jiu-jitsu or judo experience, and add more high-level wrestling to that, and he's going to be really dangerous.
Yep.
He already is. Double overs. There's the trip.
Wasn't to be that time. 3 for Kressel.
And they're out of bounds. 1 on the escape. It's 13-4.
And you're Waylon Kressel. You're thinking, man, I'm winning big here. I'm taking it to this guy, but he's still making me react. He's still making me, nervous with all these moves.
And we got blood.
Once again, time to bleed.
Yes. 5 minutes to be precise.
All right. Time to bleed, time to clean. They go hand in hand.
That's right. 31 seconds left in this one. Kressel appears to have the match in hand, but O'Farrell, he does have that knockout potential.
That's right. You can swing for the fences, and he does.
Underhook. O'Farrell running forward. Kressel circles. Out of bounds. 20 seconds.
Photographers once again have to be on their guard. Don't relax around these guys. And they just get bigger from here.
Stalemate, 12 seconds to go. Caution, O'Farrell.
You see the face Kressel made there, like, oh!
Another caution on O'Farrell.
They're just that eager to get to the hand fight.
Yeah, he can't get enough of it. 6 seconds left. Little duck attempt. Little extra conversation after the match.
Yeah. They're going to be thinking about the next time they wrestle.
Man, wonder when that'll be. Jaden O'Farrell getting off the mat. Wrestles with a lot of passion.
Yeah. Well, I think it was those final restarts. I think when they have some time to cool off, it was when they were trading the club.
William Ward's had a great tournament. Has had some really impressive moments. I call this quarterfinal. He had double overs for a back arch and a fall. Tough match here with Jimmy Masney. Masney, number 5 in the country, an Iowa State commit, working from a 2-on-1.
Yeah, Ward taking out number 4 Ricketts and number 9 Holman on his way to the finals.
Masney looking for a snap off that 2-on-1. Fairly recent Iowa State commit, I believe.
Trying to make it his 3rd top 10 wrestler to defeat in a row if he gets Jimmy Masney, who's 5th.
Nice trip there from Masney. No takedown yet, and knee hits. There's the 3. Masney looking for a tilt from bottom. Navy ride now.
Oh, and he got bloody bandage coming off. Where was that covering? Oh, his side of his head. And that's going to be a tough one for Ward.
Ladies, champions, if you would like a copy of your brackets, print it out. You can pick them up at elementary
Yeah. This is, you get to the end of this tournament, you've wrestled 5, 6, some guys 7 bouts. You're going to get a lot of blood times in the finals. These guys are just going pedal to the metal.
Especially when you hand fight as hard as Ward.
Yeah, it's a combat sport. They need poor trainers trying to tape up Ward, and she's about a foot smaller.
Yeah, they need to get her a step stool or something.
Or he could just kneel.
Yeah.
I think would probably be the easiest thing.
All right, the head is wrapped.
You know, if you were cutting his hair, you wouldn't be like, oh, let me just get out a ladder. You'd say, like, why don't you sit in this chair?
I mean, there's multiple ways to do something.
I mean, yeah. Who am I to say how you should cut hair or wrap heads and
I don't see any barber chairs around here. Ward works up to his feet. Masney trying to collect the wrists. Stall warning
quick
against Masney, pretty quick.
Yeah, I think he's allowed to get that mat return down, but anyway, there's the escape. That does change the complexity of this match.
40 seconds to go in this first period. Shot Masney out of bounds. Stall warning. And now both guys have a stall warning.
Which, you know, early in a bout, both guys get stall warning. All right, you both got warned. Don't do it anymore. Oh, and yeah, another one.
1 point Masney on the second stall.
That was just 7 seconds left in the period, too.
Masney really effective with that 2-on-1. First period in the books is 4-1. Masney pressuring forward. Head in the armpit.
Yeah, that's tough. Head in the hole, tight waist. You're just trying not to collapse. The guy won't give you his arm back. There, he gets it back.
Masney just putting a ton of pressure forward. Now pulls the wrist out. Trying to maybe get this across the back, not able to do so.
Also got to be careful about riding parallel. They've been calling stalling for that. We've seen it before. Big mat return. Oh, Drew Bloggs, another photographer, almost got taken out there.
Wow. And Masney keeping the foot in bounds. Now they're out.
Seconds, and now the escape, 4-2.
Masney back in on an attack, 44 seconds to go.
Low level shot. Very quick. He's got time to finish. No neutral danger.
Yeah, Masney kind of wrestling like there is, or like he wants a non-controlled fall.
If he can swim through those legs, potentially get to a Peterson, but now he's got 15 seconds. Still trying to swim through that leg. And a stalemate. So that's a win in those situations I would consider for Ward. And you have to keep scrambling like that just to avoid a takedown, but that's big in short time too. Think of the difference between 4-2 going into the third or 7-2 going into the third. It's a difference of 3 points, some mathematicians would say.
That's true. Masney's choice, and he's gonna go bottom. Ward chose neutral, so that's gonna be 1 point on the escape. 5-2. Blood starting to come through Ward's headband now.
The Blood Warrior, they call him.
Masney, belly wizard, now locking around a leg, and
Ward loses his grip. That's where Masney could have come over for a crossface at that point, but he gets the takedown shortly thereafter either way, so.
yeah, threatened that cradle, and Ward just bellied out. Mat return for Masney as they go near the edge of the mat. Masney still dragging the toe, and now they're out.
Starting to look like, not saying Ward is fading, but just that wear and tear is starting to catch up with them, and Masney is still going pretty high gear. And it's just a little difference that continues to widen, that is allowing Masney to keep the pressure on and keep scoring.
Ward is out. Minute 5 now to go.
Masney looking for a go behind. Ward does a good job getting back to his base defense.
Masney in on a shot. Ward locked through the crotch.
Similar start to their last big scramble.
Masney in good position to score this. He's gonna get it. 11-3, that's a major decision lead if he can maintain it. And Ward's out. Masney back in on a shot. Out of bounds.
Ooh, just barely. So you gotta figure this one is mostly iced and in the bag for Masney, but Ward, he was fast back to the center. The guy likes to scrap. You gotta love seeing that.
And Masney still would love to get the major decision. He's on a double leg. Ward rolls him through, but Masney's gonna get the takedown. 14-4, super impressive performance from Jimmy Masney.
Yeah. Winning a bracket with a lot of ranked guys, just like every bracket, but top 10 guys all over the place. He comes out on top. Top of the heap. King of the mountain. Your 190-pound champ, Jimmy Masney, Marion Central Catholic High School.
Iowa State getting a good one in Jimmy Masney.
For 215 pounds. Our penultimate bout.
Action underway in the red from Valiant Prep. It's Kal-El Fluckiger taking on Kendall Horan on a shot. Fluckiger gets the foot back to the mat. Fluckiger committing to Arizona State. He's a senior, so he'll be a Sun Devil starting next year.
Yeah, that Valiant Prep to Arizona State pipeline going strong. Also, Kal-El, the Kryptonian name for Superman, as Horan on a single leg, switches to a double, now goes behind. Wizard defense by Fluckiger. Also got a nice looking mohawk. Impressive. And now it's Fluckiger with a chance to score here. Trying to come out the back. He's got more time to work, over 30 seconds. Fluckiger trying to maintain height, but now it's Hoare with a little bit of height. Back to rear standing. Mat return. There is the 2 with 20 seconds to go. And still a good number of Valiant Prep fans and Fluckiger fans here in the arena.
Yeah, people going nuts for that takedown, and now Fluckiger gets the leg in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Period ends 3-0. Defer by Fluckiger. Hoare takes down. And off the whistle, clean start. 2 more minutes in the second period on the board.
Hoare locking under that leg, trying to elevate. Fluckiger returns. The leg in. Fluckiger with the arm bar. Hoare coming up to his feet. Fluckiger trying to return, and does.
Near side cradle locked up. Near fall on the way. Nothing yet, but here
He's
comes
close. That's a tight
0
cradle.
swipes. I thought there were some swipes there.
Not even one.
He's still got that locked up, this Fluckiger.
And he's got a minute to work.
Now surely there will be swipes. And there are.
See if he can adjust.
40 seconds, there's the full Kal-El Fluckiger.
Valiant Prep going absolutely crazy.
Straight out of Krypton. Now with the Super 32 belt to go with the blue Mohawk. All-Americans, gonna have to add them all up. But right now we gotta focus on our final bout. Cameron Hazlett from Indiana taking on Michael Mako, the Floridian on his way to Iowa. Mako in the blue singlet, Hazlett in the white singlet.
Hazlett ranked number 12 in the country, just a sophomore from Indiana. Mako ranked number 3. He's been on a wrecking spree this tournament.
He absolutely has been destroying people. And this is a tournament that you have to qualify to get into. And these are guys that we mentioned it with Maximus Daybolt when Melvin Miller was doing highlight reel things to him. Michael Mako is going to do highlight reel things to a lot of really good wrestlers. That's just what he does. Hazlett tries to get a go by him, but Mako just kind of shucks him off.
And Mako looking for a takedown on the edge. They're out of bounds.
Hazlett was waving that off. He did one of those, like when Gable Steveson called for his takedown at the end against Petrashvili. He did that. He called for 3 after he got a takedown at the edge, and the referee agreed. He got his 3.
1 minute.
Get his feet moving.
Good job. Good position. Let's go.
Under a minute to go, first period. Mako controlling the mat, and there's going to be a stall call.
Yeah, if you're a photographer now, there's like no excuse not to be aware of your surroundings here. These are the heavyweights. You don't relax on the edge of the mat against heavies. Mako, who doesn't always wrestle like a heavyweight. You see him try to clear ties, throw the underhook by, get a low-level shot, change levels. Oh, Just kicked out the foot. Beautiful Mako style.
Mako looking for a cradle. Not going to get it just yet. 21 seconds to go in this period. There's the escape.
Confidence that he's going to get another score in 15 seconds. 10 seconds.
Mako, low ankles. Both of them collects the ankles, and there's the takedown right before time expires. 6-1.
Wow. Will we get a challenge? Hazlett says that wasn't a takedown, but I think it was. Second period underway.
Oh, man.
And yeah, just when that leg comes out and you go down to the mat, you're like, what happened? I thought I had a leg there.
Crazy ankle pick there from Mako.
It's very disorienting, and that just adds to the that disappointment in yourself that you go crashing to the mat as hard as you are. I'm only saying this because I know from experience against Mako.
Yeah.
Older Steve did that to me a couple times.
Second stall call gives a point to Mako. It's 10-2.
Hazlett not giving up shot, but Mako just too powerful. He just has the strength to do stuff to heavyweights that they're not used to having done to them.
13-2. There's the escape. 13-3.
It gives you an idea of how strong a guy like Kobe Merrill, who was able to keep Mako at bay, and Drayshawn Ross, that was able to take out Kobe Merrill at Fargo. These are elite heavies. That trio right there, and then you got to add Dean Bechtold. Unfortunately, didn't participate after registering here at Super 32, but we'll see him plenty in the future. Another stall on Hazlett, another point for Mako. He leads by 12, I think. Don't see the point yet, but I believe it's coming. Maybe not. Maybe I counted wrong.
Wrist snap attempt there from Mako. Didn't get it. $17-3.
Mako wanted to guarantee he got the escape point there.
And that'll do it. 20-4. Michael Mako with a tech in the second period. Super 32 champ in his senior year.
Yeah, just so powerful. You know, he's not muscles on top of muscles like some guys. He's obviously extremely strong, but it's the speed and the precision in which he hits these moves, plus the strength. You got to have a lot of strength there too. And that makes for a really dangerous heavyweight, which is what he's going to be in college. Hazlett, he's a young guy. He's got a bright future ahead of him